All right. Hello, guys, and welcome to our November Maxis Monthly. Super happy to see everybody. First thing I'm going to address, yes, I'm not wearing my Bob Pancakes bathrobe. It's because it is literally a sauna in this room. But that's not a hint because we already have saunas in the game. So just a quick reminder about what Maxis Monthly is. It is a monthly show in which we talk all things Maxis. So this includes The Sims Free Play, The Sims Mobile, and of course, The Sims 4 on PC, Mac, and console. So the first thing we're going to start out with is we're going to start out with a little bit of a message from the Sims Free Play team over in Australia, Fire Monkeys. We've got Jay Dodd, who is their community manager for the Sims Free Play, with a message. So Steve, let's go.
Oh man. Wait.
Steve?
No.
G'day Simmers, it's Jado from the community team here at Fire Monkeys in Australia. We're probably asleep right now because it's in the middle of our night, but we still wanted to share a couple of cool things that's going on in the game right now. So just prior to Sims Camp, we unveiled an awesome new AR feature developed in partnership with our mates at Apple using their new AR kit technology. We were able to transform the build mode experience that Simmers have come to love and put that in the real world. Pick a surface, scan it, build your dream home, scale it up, and explore a house in a way that we could have only previously imagined. If you haven't already checked it out on an iOS device, head to the App Store, search for The Sims Free Play, and download it for free. Both our game changers and others have shared some amazing videos, changing the way that we're able to tell stories in The Sims. We're also making it easier for Simmers to capture more immersive moments by adding a dedicated screenshot button in our next update. I really believe that AR breathes a new level of creativity into the stories that our most passionate Simmers can tell. If you have any videos, screenshots, or stories that you want to share, hit me up on Twitter @_JDod because I really want to see what you're making. Yes, AR is huge, but 2018, it isn't over yet. What's that? That sounds like a holiday update. Expect a new quest, new CAS items, and one tiny little surprise. And it's coming this December. So that's it from me. If you have anything that you want to see in these videos, just let me know on Twitter. Thanks again to Kate and the crew at Maxis for the opportunity to chat a little bit about what's going on in the Sims Free Play. Enjoy the rest of the live stream. I'm gonna go back to bed.
Well, thank you to Jay Dodd from the Fire Monkeys team. That was a little bit about the Sims Free Play. Again, they've got a lot of really cool stuff that has happened over the last few months with that AR feature, and they've got some more coming up soon. So definitely check them out if you have not done so yet. Now I'm going to move into the Sims Mobile, and I have a special transmission here from Sim Guru Frost, and I am going to go through a little bit about what has been happening in the Sims Mobile. So it's been a screaming good time in the Sims Mobile for the month of October, and thank you, Sim Guru Frost, for that really bad pun. The Sims Mobile started the horrific festivities with a limited time quest to grab some awesome Halloween decorations, which you can see in this video by our Sims Mobile game changer, Rachie Bob. Be sure to check out her channel if you have not done so. She creates a lot of great Sims content. We got to feature her on our last Maxis Monthly, and we're always happy to feature more of her content. So Halloween Haunt was the main attraction, and if you've followed the Sims Mobile launch since way back in March, back when I was actually the community manager on it, you'll recognize this kind of event. It's been going really well, and if you haven't started playing the Sims Mobile yet, and you're interested in Halloween, this is a great time to start out. And I'd encourage you to check out this video by Make2, another set of our game changers. They're a husband and wife duo out of the East Coast in the United States, and they make some great content, not just for the Sims Mobile, but the Sims Free Play as well. So definitely be sure to check out their channel. Then, if you're interested in becoming a Sims Mobile game changer, applications are open through November 9th. That's this Friday at 11:59 p.m. It's the same time as the game changer applications for The Sims 4. You can check out the application on SimGuru Frost's Twitter account. It's the sticky tweet at the top of his feed, so be sure to check that out as soon as you can. And finally, and this is really, really exciting, The Sims Mobile has been nominated by Google Play for Fan Favorite Game of 2018. It's a huge honor, and on behalf of the team working on the game here at Maxis, we want to say thank you and great job. thank you so much to all of our mobile simmers around the world. You can vote for The Sims Mobile starting on November 12th. And if you need a reminder, just follow @The Sims Mobile on Twitter. They'll announce when voting commences. Again, this is a huge honor, and this is actually the first time that Google is doing such voting, and we're really excited and honored that The Sims Mobile was included. Now, moving on to The Sims 4. First, I wanted to send out a friendly reminder that Game Changer applications are open for YouTube, Twix, and Mixer content creators through 11:59 p.m. Pacific time on Friday, November 9th. You've got a few more days to get your application in, so be sure to do so if you're interested in becoming a Game Changer for The Sims 4. Now moving on to console. What has been happening in the Sims 4 console world? Well, as you know, we had a big patch last week that brought a bunch of community requested features. This included increased number of saves, some really important bug fixes, and additional support. Did you know you can now change the image on your menu? As well as some new community creations that some of our amazing simmers have created. We also released spooky stuff last month, which was just in time for the Halloween holiday. We've also got a Sims 4 plus Cats and Dog bundle. If you aren't yet playing on console and would like to do so, you can pick both of those up for a great deal. Next, we've got Seasons finally arriving on the Sims 4 console next Tuesday, the 13th. Winter is finally coming. Please don't come after me, Game of Thrones. We've still got lots of awesome content coming to console in the coming months, so definitely stay tuned. Now, moving on to PC and Mac. So last month was packed. In our first Maxis Monthly, which many of you tuned into, we revealed some upcoming free content, including a new style influencer career and, yes, terrain manipulation. I'm not even going to apologize for how we showed it off, because it was pretty fun. Also, that was the hardest thing I've ever had to do, to ignore Antonio sitting next to me. We also announced our brand new expansion pack, The Sims 4 Get Famous, arriving November 16th on PC and Mac. We hosted our biggest Sims camp ever in London, where Game Changers got to get footage of Get Famous, The Sims Mobile, and The Sims Free Play. The embargo lifted on the 22nd of the month, with if you don't know what embargo is, it just means that they had to hold their content and not reveal it until a certain date. And the community has now gotten a lot of early looks at Get Famous content and gameplay. We also, of course, hosted a live stream all about acting in Get Famous. If you haven't watched it yet, be sure to check it out. It's saved in our Twitch videos, and it's chock full of information and features SimGuru George and SimGuru Rad. Now, moving on to what I know many of you are waiting for. What's coming up for The Sims 4 on PC and Mac? So our next patch, I'm announcing the date right now, so everybody bookmark this right now in your calendars. It is arriving next Tuesday, November 13th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This includes the style influencer career, terrain manipulation, a ton of bug fixes, including some that are highly requested, and this fun, new, weird feature that we have coming. And to talk about that, I'm going to let Steve out from behind the computer, and he's going to come show it off for us. So, SimGuru Steve.
Mute for a second here so I can set up. On here. All right. So first of all,
Did you unmute it?
yeah, I just unmuted it. Can you guys hear me well? Am I too loud?
No sound, no audio.
There we go. No, well, we gotta wait for a second.
Okay. Oh yeah, 10-second delay.
There, right? Oh, let's see. Give me those headphones. It's right here, right here. Right here.
Steve broke things. If you can read my lips right now.
Yeah,
Steve
they
broke
can
things.
hear me. Yeah. It's the streamer delay. Okay, peeps. Here goes nothing. So we were not actually going to show this during Sims camp, but I went over to ask Graham about something else just on the Friday before we left, and he was like, "Hey, how's that thing going?" And I was like, and we had such a good time. We were like, "Yeah, maybe people might enjoy it." So the bottom line is that this feature started out as a joke feature. Greg, Sim Guru Ghost, he absolutely is the mastermind behind this. He created something and sent it out to he created a video of this feature and sent it out to the team. And we all were like, this is amazing, this is great. And I know that production said, well, I definitely was one of the advocates and said, we have to get this in game, what do we need to do? They said, hey, we should go, and so production approached Greg and said, this isn't quite shippable yet, what do you need to do? And he goes, well, give me about a week of time. So they gave it to him, and he put in so much more than a week of time to make it a shippable feature that works. All right, so, oh man.
Without further ado,
We're
going like super high speed.
Wait. You know why? Because we're at like 1 a.m. and they can't see it yet anyway.
All right.
It's all right. All right, let's go into camera mode here. Game and camera. See, I don't know if I trust PJ over there. That's the problem.
PJ's sitting in front of our computer right now where we stream
that's
from.
why I have a stream deck.
If everything goes down, hashtag blame PJ.
I didn't know that that's all I had to do to get out of
All you had to do was be on the stream.
Not be over there. All right. We are in game here. I'm going to slow down. Ooh, yeah, this will work pretty well.
This is actually just going to be about 20 minutes of Steve trying to figure out how to play the game.
Do I have 20 minutes? Let me tell you, the lot that I made, not so pretty. All right. So normally, if you hit tab, you go into free look. Free look camera, I think that's the official term. If you hit shift tab, you will go into first person camera. And so in this mode, you get to experience the life of whatever sim you have. It places the camera right on the eye bone, and you can continue watching the game like this. And it's so ridiculous.
Watch some TV, Steve.
Oh, wait, he's going outside. I don't know where he's going. So Greg put this in, and he sent this to the team, and we all thought that this was pretty ridiculous and hilarious. And I remember that I was out the day that this was shown. I came in on the Monday, and Graham was like, hey, did you see what was going on? I said, and so as soon as I saw it, I wanted this to be in an idle stream. He's just staring at a wall now. Who knows what's
That's
going
what you
on.
do. Stare at a wall.
This is not so much interesting content. Oh, he's about to go through some. Can you tell the areas that I made?
Steve built this house all by himself, by the way. He has.
Oh my God.
You know, I don't know whose building skills are worse, yours or Sim Guru Romeo. Should we put it to a vote?
I know. No, because nobody can run the vote right now. No, I don't.
No,
trust
don't
them.
touch it, PJ.
Don't trust.
So actually, the first time I saw this was in an all-hands meeting that we had probably a couple months ago. And I remember when they triggered it, I get a little bit of motion sickness when I'm watching, you know, first-person view type things. I remember thinking, whoa, okay, this I immediately got sick after like 20 seconds of viewing. But they put a lot of work into improving it and making it a lot more stabilized, less shaky, and it's really quite cool.
Yeah, so some of the features, so they said, so the fact that the camera sits on his face the whole time, it moves immediately.
Oh, Bob, my man. Hi, Bob.
It's a little nauseating. So Greg put in a lot of camera smoothing, so it smooths it out over a bunch of frames, so you kind of see a little bit of slower movement. He also removed the head of the sim that you're on, so that it doesn't clip through it, so that his face isn't talking through it. So he put in a few of those things. And so, of course, because I wanted it on the idle stream, I added a whole bunch of pie in the sky, is what we call it, design features. So I said, it would be great if we did a bunch of these things. He got to a few of them. So one of them is the fact that I'm going to pause it so that it's easier to look at. It's so ridiculous, guys. So if you move the mouse, you will actually take control of his head. So you can take a look around in the world little bit of an exorcist kind of moment here. But you can see, so even if you unpause, you can kind of see what else is going on while your sim is doing things. If you let it go for a little bit and hands off, it will eventually snap back to wherever it was supposed to be. He also added in that if you go somewhere and you hit the control button, it will immediately snap back. Oh man, he's moving around.
Everything broke.
What do you mean? Oh, because it was outside.
This is why you don't put your electronics out in the rain, Steve.
Oh.
Remember, console players, when seasons come, it can damage all of your electronics if they're outside.
He's mopping the floor. What is going on here? All right, so they want to see the headless sim. A few of the other things that you did.
Don't put your hand in front of your mouth, Steve. Nobody can hear you.
Oh my God, it's so ridiculous. Okay, so he also then said, here, I'm going to pause it a little, is that, well, you would actually want to interact with things, right? Let's go watch some TV. Watch a movie. So now you can actually play in this mode if you were so inclined to play this way and continue to do things as if you were playing the game. This, you know what this really means?
Instead of watching TV in real life now, you can watch TV in The Sims from the point of view of your Sims. We're getting very meta right now.
Oh man, I'm gonna grab a serving of popcorn. Graham saw that the popcorn machine was out. Oh wait, but you know what? I can't cancel that, can I? Except that Ghost, that Greg also added, if you hold down Shift, it will release the mouse cursor so that you can move around and interact with other UI. So I can go down here, cancel that I'm watching TV, so I can go get some popcorn, let go of this Shift, and we're back to normal. So you can actually control and watch a whole bunch of things. We thought that it would also be pretty fun because as machinima makers, you can watch this point of view.
Yeah, I think this is going to be really cool for those who make machinima, as well as, you're doing room tours. I can imagine people doing room tour videos with this feature. It can help you take some really cool screenshots as well. Also, it's just weird, and I can imagine some of the challenges that people are going to create utilizing this.
You're just hanging out, eating popcorn, watching the weather. All right, so this will attach to the primary sim, which you can also go and hit spacebar, and that will connect to the next sim. Where are we going with
We're
Moon,
never letting
Bob?
Steve show off a feature again.
It's so ridiculous. Kate knows that I want to use some other words to describe this feature. It's so silly. It's so unique. Where are we going?
I think it really, honestly, it embraces kind of the Sims weirdness. This game is all about being weird and quirky, and this feature is definitely one of those that allows you to be really weird and quirky.
Let's go over to it. Oh, I can't see the ball pit from here. Yeah, go play in the ball pit. Let's go see what that looks like. Oh man, Graham's over here, so I know that he appreciates this ball pit. The camera's lower and it's toddling around. It's so good. Here we go. Oh, the head clipped through the balls. All right, so it also has to be said that the animation team, it really goes to show how good the animation team has done all these animations, because you see all the hands and movement. The head is naturally turning at interesting things, and I'm not sure, that's probably the engine team, and gameplay team. It's turning towards interesting things. It'll look up at different Sims if you're a toddler because they're talking to adult Sims, and craziness. All right, so that is true. What else is going on in this world? We got Bob out here. Oh, this is a vampire. They're practicing acting in a mirror, except that they're a vampire.
So you can't see
them. This feature is amazing. I have another fun fact is that we really were not going to show this off at Sims Camp, and then we decided, okay, well maybe we will. Oh. Creepy walk. This is Greg's favorite feature. Oh gosh. Oh, we're saved. We're saved. It's okay. That was one of Greg's favorite features, so I had to make sure that there was a sim with a creepy walk. Man, if you love this or hate... No, I do not want free earbuds. If you love this as much as we do, you have to thank Sim Guru Ghost online somewhere, because I wish that he was here to show this off. This was his feature, his baby, but he is on vacation. All right, so the last feature that I have to share is that I'm sorry, I'm putting my hands in front of the mic, and you guys probably can't hear as well. I tell all these other guys to do it all the time, and here I am. So this other feature was that when we were testing it, we of course said, hey, what happens if you put the camera on something else? And so he put in the fact, so although if you hit spacebar, this will cycle around to all the Sims that you can normally control, but pets you cannot actually reach. So in order to do that, you can use the left and right keys, or the A and D, if you're a WASD player. And you can see I'm moving over slowly to the dog. Oh, this dog's hanging out there. Let's go see how Butters... What are you doing, Butter?
Butters is the cat.
Oh, Butter. Sleeping on the floor. Come play with the cat. I think I made a kitten, too. Wake up, Butter. Shift tab.
So yes,
Where's
guys, you can actually put yourself into the viewpoint of your pets. Granted, you can't control them.
You cannot control them.
However, you can definitely, I don't know, live a day in the life of
day in the
your
life
cat.
of the kitten on the floor, just hanging out.
Probably will spend about 18 hours
around
sleeping.
With things. Where are we going, kitten? Is Butter woken up yet?
Oh, Butters is waking up.
Oh, just stretching with those paws out. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is such a crazy feature.
So our game changers actually, who attended Sims Camp, they actually did capture some content using this. I know some of it's really weird, and we'll answer some of your questions about what does first-person camera look like when you're woohooing, or in the new money vault, or things like that.
Having a baby.
Having a baby.
Somebody reported
getting
having
into a
baby.
fight, kissing another sim. So be sure to check out their channels, because the embargo on that is going to lift in about 38 minutes. So we're going to get some fun, weird, quirky videos coming out from those game changers.
Yeah.
And then once this feature releases, which this comes out in the patch that is next Tuesday, if you create anything with first-person camera, be sure to share it with us. Tag Sim Guru Ghost and tell him thanks for this fun, quirky, weird feature. And we know this is not for everybody, but we think it's really cool, and it's just weird and fun, and quite random. And it's something we haven't done in the Sims before, so I'm pretty excited to see some of the creations people are going to make with this. I think it's going to be, pretty cool.
It's going to be ridiculous. Machinima makers will really appreciate it. Twitch streamers, they're going to appreciate it. People who get nauseous, though, maybe won't appreciate it.
Yeah, you might want to wear those anti-nausea bracelets, or take some Dramamine before you start playing.
I was having a blast running this morning and watching what the heck was going on. Tell me, Graham, what are some of those questions?
A lot of people are wondering if you can use WASD, and there's also a request that you use the swing.
We deleted the swing, though, didn't we? Because we were worried about it.
We were worried that
it would make people nauseated.
I tried it out, and I regretted adding the swing. But you know what? Let's go ahead and go on that move. So no, you cannot use WASD to move around. So this is not a first-person shooter. But what Greg did put in was, I'm gonna wait.
Here we go, guys.
I'm gonna wait for the swing first. Whee! Oh, man. Oh, who let us put this in? I'm gonna switch away from this. Oh, Bob, you gonna go join him? So before Bob goes and joins him, I'm gonna pause it here. So, normally, all right, so normally if you're out in first person and you wanted to go do something, you're going to go tell Bob to go here and go do whatever. and that's how you're going to get around. Well, what Greg had actually put in was now when you click on the ground in first person mode, it will plop down a little gizmo, I believe is the official name, so he can walk around. So you can at least do
The creepy walk.
Where's he going? The creepy walk is just great in general. I'm trying to move around here. So you could technically do a walkthrough of your house if you really wanted to. So let's go try this out. I'm gonna get over to this door. So the problem is that one of the features is that when you go into first person mode, we actually have to put up the walls because if the walls are down, it just doesn't look good. But with the walls up, how do you click through the door? Greg put in a lot of extra time and thought about it. So if you right click on doors, it will put the go here on the other side of the wall. So it will open the door, questionably, so that you can get to the other side and continue doing whatever it was that you were trying to pull off here. And he also pointed out, I believe it will work even on walls, so it doesn't have to be doors. So it will simply see whatever barrier that is and click on the other side of it. I didn't know this until Greg mentioned it all the way from his vacation well, I'll let him talk about it. But he's off on vacation right now, which is why he's not here. It will also work on different floors, so you can actually click on the ceiling, and it will do a go here on the other side of the floor. All right, so I think we've had enough.
Yeah, I think on that.
Steve.
Oh, goodness.
I really
What
want to
kind-
see the rock climbing wall. I've never seen it.
Okay, we're going to show off the rock climbing wall because
Oh, okay.
Simguru Graham requested it.
He saw that I added it, and he's like, "Oh man, that wouldn't actually be."
You're gonna have to replace it first. That's fine.
Oh, luckily we have a lot
Luckily,
of money.
Motherload exists.
All right, let's go.
Do you not have enough?
Oh, does it not replace it?
He's upset.
Why are you upset?
Use somebody that's
Fine,
not upset.
fine.
The creepy
The
walk
creepy
guy.
walk guy. Vertical incline. All right.
It'll take him a few minutes to get over there because it's a creepy walk.
Let's just dial that in. It's great because they actually pull out their phones and they're working on it.
Oh boy.
Oh God! It's almost like I'm really rock climbing, guys.
whoa! Almost fell off there.
I don't need to go to the
Man.
gym now. I can just
I know. It's like
get
actual
fit
exercising. Could
by
you imagine
watching.
just jumping on a treadmill here?
Oh, okay, man. I'm gonna get sick. Pause.
Oh man. I hope that so whatever you didn't see here and your crazy ideas, I hope that they are answered by everybody else who went to Sims Camp and captured footage. We when we were showing off. So we did our little pre-lecture just before the Sims Camp, and we said, okay, now for a new embargo, something that you guys hadn't talked about, and we kind of talked about it, and there was a collective gasp from the audience, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe this was a good idea. And I didn't see anybody playing with it immediately, but eventually, why are you?
Rockwall's making people sick.
The rock wall's making me sick.
But eventually everybody did end up playing with it, so I know that there are some people who dedicated some time to capture in first person.
I just wanted to actually stare at.
Oh, she's mad. He's walking off. All right.
Anyway, we're gonna
That's all I
say
have.
goodbye to Steve. Let him
All
go
right.
back behind the
Behind closed doors.
behind the closed doors, back in the box with Simguru Ninja.
He may never be back.
No, he may never come back. No, we'll let him out again when it's time for his walk. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to our Maxis Monthly November edition. Our next Maxis Monthly will be on December 4th. So be sure to join us then. And yes, we hope to be showing off a little bit about what's going to be coming in the future. Again, we know that this feature is a little weird, a little quirky, and maybe not what you were expecting, but as we've kind of told you over and over, we like to do the unexpected sometimes. And this is one of those features that we think is exactly that. And it's going to be fun to watch people see what they do with it, the creations they create, as well as the challenges, and just having fun with with it. So next we're going to be having a live stream featuring Sim Guru Graham and Sim Guru PJ, as well as myself, where we're going to be talking about fame and reputation, a new feature and system that's coming in The Sims 4 Get Famous. We're going to go down for a little while and take a bit of a bathroom break and get things set up. And then we will be back here in 15 minutes. So join us at 11:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 15 minutes from now for The Sims 4 Get Famous, Fame and Reputation. And thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you again really soon. Sul Sul.